talk amongst yourselves while I get up and go to the bathroom. I will be right back.
Good to see you,
Jesus
Barrymore.
Christ. Hey, Barrymore. I'm in fucking tears. Oh, Jesus Christ. uh, I'm so sorry that person comes and destroys your toilet. That, that's horrible.
It's. I just wish she was more earlier regular. Like, it would be great if I could set the timer to, hey, show up at, 11:30 every morning, bring us our stuff. But sometimes
Hmm.
she doesn't have to poo until 4:30, and it's really messed up.
Yeah.
Like, we need our stuff much earlier, please. Just poop earlier.
It's gonna be after lunch. No matter what, it's gonna be after lunch.
Well, there's been times that people have laughed at me because I'm just like stomping around the place like, why didn't she eat a whole can or two of charro beans yesterday? It's getting late.
Ah, man. That's just hilarious. Uh, I was thinking when you you were talking about destroying your bathroom, is it's just making the place rank. But no, it's
Oh, it
worse. It's
smells
worse
so
than that.
bad.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not good.
No courtesy flush. You know.
I don't know that it would matter, Chris.
I gotcha.
As an old friend of mine that passed away probably 20 years ago said, y'all eating possum in here?
Uh, oh shit. Yeah. They're gonna need an old priest and a young priest to exorcise that demon. Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah. I swear I was I was taking a sip and I nearly spit that shit all over the place.
So why
Uh,
would Trey put us all on live and then leave? That seems very.
he's absolutely dangerous.
That doesn't seem smart.
Oh god.
We could flesh out our plan in
I
game.
mean, all I
I'm
know is
thinking
we're
about
rolling into Rowville Manor on Tigers.
yeah, and
No, we lost.
Yeah, but you've had a long rest now. You can bring out more Tigers. I mean,
we
pretty
can
badass.
save it.
Good.
Uh,
I remember that much.
Jonathan, I think you're cutting in or out. Maybe, or that's just my
Uh-oh.
perceiving.
Am I cutting out for everybody?
You did for a second, but now you're back
Okay.
pretty strong. Your stream is now strong.
Well, I was saying, I was just recalling what we said as we were closing out last time.
All right, I'm back.
Was-
What are y'all doing? Crossing the streams? What happened?
Yep.
The stream was strong.
All right. So yeah, who wants to give a recap of what happened last time?
Yes.
I can
We were
start.
fighting a green dragon. Yes, an ancient green.
Yeah, we were
Go ahead,
fighting
yeah.
an ancient green dragon for literally 3 episodes. But last episode, Orca was fairly mighty. Stokes was more mighty, bringing out several tigers. Soren threw out a lot of lightning. But the mightiest of them all was Loomis, who felled the dragon, brought it low. I believe he was going to put a sword in it, but realized he didn't have a sword. And
Yes.
then used his battle axe to rip the heart out of the dragon. And then in certain character styles, we did pilfer parts from the dragon. While that was happening, Torka just sat back, smoked his pipe with Loomis. And then a really cool idea came upon Torka that we should be riding these tigers like all the time, He-Man style.
Can I quote Ronnie James Dio? Ride
Please
the
do.
tiger.
Yes, ride the tiger. Very different than riding the dragon. So anyway, we decided that since the tigers had about 50 minutes of conjured time left to be on this plane, that we would ride them towards Rowville Manor.
The
We did
funny
so,
thing
we
about
looked
that
really
is
cool.
that while you guys are streaking through the forest on these tigers, you know, as fast as these tigers can go, at some point, these tigers vanished in unison, and all of you suddenly just hit the ground. Probably.
Yeah, I
violently.
feel like most of us just ate crap, but I kind of feel like Loomis like did some like kind of flipping standing thing. Looked pretty cool. I see him as the He-Man of our group.
That's good.
So once the tigers disappeared, Stokel cast a Lehman's tiny hut, and we all got inside there. We were able to rest. We were able to muse about things that, you know, where we saw our adventure going as we got closer to Rowville Manor. That's kind of where I left it. Anyone else?
I can only say that Soren had carved his name into the dragon's skull. He was so disgusted with it.
Okay.
That's all I can add on.
What I already said when we were discussing our Rowville Manor redo, we talked about using numps to scout the area or scouting it ourselves and
That's
causing a diversion.
Yep.
So those were some of our ideas for how to approach.
Roll numbskin there.
Or just walk up riding tigers. That's another one.
Clearly would be Loomis's and Torka's favorite idea, but
All right, so you get a full night's rest.
Mm-hmm.
The rain, hang on here, has subsided, and it is just a nice, lively day in the forest. From where you are, along the broken bits of road leading to Rowville Manor, because you guys have come this way before, remember? You would reckon that you're about an hour away, and it's about, well, we'll be generous and say it's probably about 8 o'clock in the morning right now. You would think that if you left now, you'd probably get there at 9, but you're probably hungry. You may want to eat something.
Sounds good.
So what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat a ration.
Same.
All right.
yeah,
Same here.
I'm good with ration.
All right, take a day's worth of rations off of your inventory. As you guys consume various travel cheeses, nuts, little fruits like dates, cranberries, raisins, things that can dry easily and be transported, and bits of jerky to give yourself the fuel that you need to get through the day with a renewed sense of purpose and a new vigor. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
All right, so we'll say by the time you have finished eating and doing your morning constitutionals, much like Dale's UPS driver,
Clean drop.
Clean
what,
drop.
what would you like to do?
Do you want to send Numsk ahead, or shall we just go ahead and walk about half the distance and then send Numsk?
should
Yeah,
probably
maybe
get
get a little
closer.
bit Yeah, get a little bit closer.
Okay. Then let's march on to Rowville Manor.
Let's go.
All right, so you start on the way to Rowville Manor, and sure enough, after about an hour, you get there. We'll say it's probably somewhere close to like 9:20, somewhere between 9:20 and 9:30 as you get there. And hang on a second. Let me get us over to that map. So you come out on or you're getting close to the manor. From where you are now, you're on a part of the manor that's kind of obscured by trees. Everyone, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Alrighty. Perception.
No, just perception.
Where the hell is Levis?
All right.
Yes.
Soren's distracted by a squirrel.
You
course.
rolled snake. You rolled
Yep.
snake eyes with two 20-sided.
Soren Torka is distracted by Soren looking at a squirrel. But Cole, Fiery Buckle, and Loomis, through the debris, through the tree branches and ground cover, you see what looks to be two bodies over here on the side of the building.
Okay. Yar, fellas, look over there. Dead
And-
bodies.
And suddenly Loomis is a pirate. Yar!
Yeah.
Yar.
He went pirate. hard.
Milady! Yar!
Hmm.
Ah,
Okay, I'm gonna keep looking around to see if there's anybody that would see us if we went to investigate the body.
So you rolled a 27 on your perception check. You don't hear anything. The forest is alive with birds, other animals, including squirrels, which Soren was distracted by. But you don't hear
Don't forget.
any.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything out of the ordinary. Like you don't sense, anybody moving around furtively or the movement of any giant creatures or anything like that.
You want to send Numbscout to scout around the house?
Yeah, he's pretty specific instruction. I'm gonna tell him to, well, first I'm gonna wake him up from statue form, and then I'm gonna tell him to, well, first I'll have him search outside of the house and, come back to tell me whether he's anyone alive on the outside of the building.
All right.
By tell me, it'll be some signal, land on my right shoulder.
So land on your
Or
right
land on-
shoulder if he sees anything alive outside.
Yeah, and land on
Anybody-
Soren's head if he doesn't.
And poop?
Up to him.
Would it just be a little metal pellet?
No, I mean right now, basically he takes the little metal figurine and turns it into sort of. It's like an arcane. It's like like when when Cole conjures animals.
Okay.
When he
okay.
summons animals, they're in animal form, but technically they're arcane spirits. Now they still have bodily function.
Okay.
So, all right. So you tell him, hey, if you see anybody alive, come land on my right shoulder. If everything's dead around here, go shit on Soren's head. So
He said land.
land and then poop. That way, you hit more of the head. So yeah, he flies around, and every now and then you hear him call out, Cole, with a caw. But after several minutes, he finally comes back and he lands on your right shoulder.
Okay. So I'm going to explain to the guys what that means because they wouldn't have heard me talk to him. It happens through a message spell like communication. So what do you guys think?
I guess
Something
we.
strange is going on here.
Have all moved back to the other plane.
Hmm.
Well, he said that there's somebody here, or some people here at least. One or more people that are alive. Uh, I guess.
I
I can try.
apologize. I thought landing and pooping on your head meant somebody was here.
Yeah, I did
No,
too.
that's it. Oh, sorry. I thought. Yeah. Okay. So there is nobody here. Okay. Oh well then.
Okay, so per the instructions, he was to land on your right shoulder, Cole, if he saw something alive around the house.
I apologize. I'm messing everything.
There we go.
And I did
So
explicitly say he came back and landed on your right shoulder.
Okay. Then it's just these two guys that are the mystery.
okay.
Well, you don't
How
know.
about
I mean, Numska followed very specific, instructions. You didn't ask him to count the number of dead things there were versus live things, for example.
Right.
He was going off of what he was told.
All right. How about you guys stay here and I'll sneak up to these bodies and see if I can tell how they were killed.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go around the trees over here and stealthily approach these guys.
All right. So you
Keeping
said
keeping low.
you said the magic word stealth. So
Yeah.
give me a stealth check.
All right.
So yeah, once you round that tree, you more or less disappear from your friends. They don't. Your movements are so subtle and so hidden and imperceptible that even your friends lose sight of you as you move along with cat-like tread, even though you are no longer a cat.
Cat like cat like tread. Yeah. There you
So
go.
Attention.
Driving it
Okay.
home.
as you reach these bodies, you don't see any outward signs of violence on them. Like they're not hacked to pieces. They weren't cut to death. Cut down in their prime by the hands of other mortals. Cole,
Okay.
this wasn't the work of men or humanoids.
Okay. So no obvious wounds.
They're not hacked to
But
pieces or bleeding out or you know
yeah.
their armor doesn't show signs of battle wear. But
Okay.
they both have their helmets still on.
Can I lift like a face mask to see if I can
You can,
see anything?
yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
As you lift the face mask, you can see now that same telltale sign that you saw amongst the other knights of the Order Esoterica that you fought on your way here, north or south of Crossington. Remember during the ambush?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they've got that same kind of black, veiny kind of markings around their eyes. But unlike the others, these men, their eyes have turned into like hollow pits that look like they're filled with black tarish pudding. And you notice it seems to also be seeping out of their mouths and out of their ears, you would think, because it's starting to like kind of seep down the cheek from the direction of the ear.
Gross. Okay. Not knowing what to make
But
of that, I'm
it is
gonna.
similar to the markings that you guys observed on the very alive attackers that attacked you south of Crossing.
Right, and when they died, they didn't. It didn't look the same way as these guys.
They look similar, except that
Hmm.
they still had their eyes. Their eyes weren't pits of black pudding like these guys.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then I'm gonna sneak back to my friends and describe what I saw, since I don't know what to make of it.
If you want to, you can give me an Arcana check or a Medicine check. All right.
Okay.
So with a 19 Arcana, you and your friends have dealt with demons before.
Hmm.
Obviously, you know the entire focus of your group right now is stopping a demon. You would guess that this was related to Shaldor, but that potentially these people weren't being controlled like the others were. Like maybe these people had more extensive damage done to them as like a punishment, which killed them.
Okay. So they were like, maybe tortured and killed
Maybe, perhaps.
in a demonic way.
You can't
Okay.
you can't prove it, but that's what your gut kind of tells you.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll
Based
say
on
that
what you know of
to the
demons
party.
and of the dark arts, Cole.
Yeah. Okay. Well, describe it, and I'll say that. So I'll describe that they had eyes like black pudding, but I really think maybe they were like tortured and killed in some demonic way.
Hmm.
Well, what now? Should we
Torka's
keep
gonna.
looking around?
I mean, I guess Torka will walk over there and use his divine inspiration to see if he can come up with, or divine sense to see if he can come up with anything else.
Loomis will follow.
And
So,
Soren will check for any loose change.
Soren, you find on the two soldiers, you find between them a combined amount of 30 gold pieces.
Excellent.
And Torka, as you reach out with your divine senses, trying to detect the taint of the undead or perhaps fiends, you
Paint of
you
evil.
don't sense anything active, but you definitely sense that some powerful taint was here prior to your arrival, and that the lingering taint is still present in this area.
I would definitely convey to my friends that there's a horrible taint here that is lingering still.
Mm.
My powers, I sense the stink of this taint is strong, but it has gone.
All right. Shall we proceed cautiously around the house? Do we want to?
I think we should.
Stay together.
Gotcha.
So do we want to look for a side entrance or a way to climb in without knocking on the door?
Torka, I mean, if you're saying that, Stokel, Torka is gonna kind of shake his head and put his war pick on his shoulder and say, "Front door is always the right way to go."
All right,
Okay.
lead on. Actually, I'm gonna, as we're
Oh wait, I'm gonna do something too before we do this. Yeah, go ahead though.
Oh.
yeah, I'm gonna cast a buff spell. It's an old school one, but gonna cast an aid spell on my friends. Actually,
All right, you are giving your friends magical aids.
yeah,
Is what I've
true.
heard. Oh, hang
Yeah,
on.
but actually, I'll put it in.
My cat is deciding to intervene with his own story here. All right, we're back.
Um,
So
I do
tell us
want to do
what
something
tell
I've
us what
never.
aid does. How about that?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether to upcast it and um,
what about that boss spell that you gave Torka that one time?
No, I'd
The
like to do something before we get into too much spell casting.
all right, what do you want to do?
So I've never been able to use this, partly because I don't uh, think about it, but also partly because we never have a lot of time before we go um, into some sort of detrimental combat role, or situation. So I'm going to spend a few minutes telling you guys how freaking amazing you are and
Oh,
how
thanks.
awesome it is to be with you guys. And just I'll recant a story or two about Loomis ripping a heart out and saving the ladies, and Soren being so benevolent, giving his uh, sort of stepmom money for his sort of brother, and how much I've enjoyed adventuring with him. And I will talk a little bit about how much I uh, think that uh, Stokel is a little less dandruffy now, but I liked him either way, and I'm happy to be with him. And with that, I will inspire all of you. Uh, and I will give each of you temporary hit points that would equal 22.
Cool.
wow,
Okay,
for
so
the whole party.
here's the thing. When you're dealing with two different types of temporary HP, they do not stack. So
Really?
yeah, they don't stack. It's like one or the other. That's how temporary HP
Uh,
work.
So I can do
oh.
mine without spending a spell slots.
Can I take my aid back?
Yeah, you can take your A back if you want to.
Okay. Uh, can-
Aid giver.
cancel that order then.
What about that matrixy spell that you put on Torka, or putting it on like Loomis or Torka or something like that?
Yeah, I could put it on somebody, but it takes I actually did it wrong before. This one takes me a minute to cast, so I can do that now.
I think we can
Is
take a
what I
minute.
Okay. So, and who should have it? This is
Hmm.
one that
Torka
can
or
I talk?
Loomis? Yeah, I say Loomis.
Loomis is doing super damage. I mean, if we're talking about this, uh,
Out of
Loomis,
character.
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, you probably need me to help with healing.
Okay. I'm gonna
I don't know.
cast Foresight on Loomis. Gonna mark
Okay.
off the slot. Um,
Ooh, that's pretty good.
so
I mean,
that
it's
affects you
a
for the
bomb.
next 8 hours.
Okay.
And it's something like 9 in the morning, maybe.
Okay.
Um, so you
Yeah,
get the full work day.
yeah. We'll say yeah. It's close enough to 9 right now. So well, we'll say 9:30. So that would be what 8 hours would be 5:30. No, 6:30. Let me see.
Uh,
Spell
5:30.
5:30. Okay.
That spell is working 9 to 5.
It's been time for
I'm gonna
quitting
break
time.
your other ankle, and you can hobble around like a gimp. All right.
The gimp's
So
sleeping.
All right.
Wake him up.
Spell slot marked off. Okay, wait, and then we all get 22 temporary hit points, all of us.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
And does that include yourself, Torga? You
Yep.
inspired yourself. Wow,
Yep.
that's huge.
Not too shabby, pal.
what story
been
does
on all that?
Torka tell about himself?
I just go on for a little bit about what a badass son of a bitch Torque is.
And
But then, no, that's not true. I also talk about, how happy I am to kind of be your spiritual leader. It warms my heart to see the good that you've all done. We've saved countless lives in this world, young and old. We've been great, uh, uh, great standards of truth in this world. I kind of rein it back into everybody else.
Make a deception check. No, I'm kidding.
No, come on.
So Loomis,
Damn
I
it.
put a big eye icon on your token. Do you see that?
The eye, yeah. Uh-huh.
So that is to symbolize that you have this foresight, so we don't forget about it.
Okay.
You can't be surprised. You have advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. This is the stupidest, brokenest spell there is.
Oh, it was awesome when I had it. Fuck yeah.
But it will stop you from trying to scramble around the battlefield, desperately looking for advantage. All right.
True.
So what do you guys want to do?
let's go ahead and
So we're gonna walk in the front door. Apparently, that's how we do things.
Knock
We
on the
want to
door.
fight. Yeah, front door.
All right. So stop.
Is the guy who said let's go through the front door waits.
Stop there.
I'll get
Yeah,
to
that's
the
a
front
good.
door first.
Stop
Never mind.
there. Stop moving.
well, go back.
Stop
Sorry.
moving.
I'll go back.
No, you're fine, Torka. All right. So Torka, as you get over there to those steps, you see more bodies up ahead and off to the side. Torka, give me a perception check, and we'll make the DC on this one kind of low.
'cause
So
I have a 0 perception.
Yeah, because you're okay.
Oh.
So you rolled an 18. The target number I had in my head was a 12. So you hear what sounds like something maybe rustling in the bushes over here.
Okay. Torka would raise his war pick and point it that way. For everyone in the party to see.
All right.
And,
Where'd you point at? I didn't see it. Oh.
yeah,
Move it that way.
it's over by these dead bodies. Torka's gonna point the war pick that way, put his other hand up with his shield, kind of like, hold up, boys, and get their attention and point that way. And then, I don't know if we need initiative time, but we can start working that way.
Initiative time. No, I'll tell you when we're in initiative. Yeah, you guys can just move over there.
Loomis is creeping over.
All right, Loomis, stop right there. Give me a perception check. You have advantage on this.
Okay.
Because of the broken foresight spell. You also hear something back here. It sounds like something scurrying in the bushes, maybe, or something hiding back behind the bushes.
Okay. Then I say, there's something back there in the bushes, and I point over there.
I don't know where Torko went.
I'm still on the staircase.
Oh, okay, there you are. Okay. Yeah.
I
So
guess I'll come down.
you guys see. Yeah, if you want to point things out, but if you're the one that wants to go down there with the group, if you want to move with the group, y'all need to move with the group.
I kind of didn't.
Let's
I know that's why I'm pointing out.
and I'm pointing. It's over here, and I'm walking. Come on, fellas.
So as you get there, Loomis, you see one of these same guys that you've been fighting. He's wearing the same armor, the same heraldry, all that good stuff. But it looks like he's maybe cowering in fear behind this bush. And it looks like he's trying to keep his hand up, so that... What's the best way to say
Okay.
this? Kind of in a way like, you don't see me. Like he's maybe in denial or something. He doesn't seem to be in his right mind.
Loomis turns over and looks at Stokel and Torka and says, "Hey, one of you two better come check this out." And then steps
Torka's
aside.
not gonna go. Everybody knows Torka's mindset on these guys. Torka's gonna stay back.
Okay, I'll check it
alright.
out and see
So Cole
if I can tell what's happening.
Cole and Soren, as you guys flank this guy on either side, it freaks him out. He pulls out a short sword that you can tell is covered in some sort of dark greenish ichor, and he starts kind of swiveling around defensively, trying to hold the two of you at bay. Stay back! Stay back! I don't want to fight, but I will if I have to. Stay back!
Does he have the emblem on him? Like the other knights did, of that mark that they were from Shaldor. They belonged to Shaldor.
Give me a perception check.
Oh gosh, not the best of this. Okay, let's see.
I didn't say doubt yourself. I said give me a perception check. Not that you can see, but the places where you would be able to see that on his heraldry, for example, he's kind of contorted right now, like he's been hiding back here for a while, and
Yeah.
it's kind of those parts of him are kind of obscured by you.
Hmm.
Cole may be able
Are you
to
with?
see them.
Okay. Are you with the dragon?
And he kind of narrows his eyes at you. What do you know about the dragon?
I know of a possessed dragon, a possessed golden dragon, by the name of Shaldor.
And you see him nod
That's
now,
it.
and he's like, "It is a dragon that is not a dragon." Yes.
What's happened here?
And he looks like. Give me an insight check.
All right.
And
Maybe I'm better at
Cole, you can give an insight check as well.
No, I'm not much better at insight. Oh, well, I rolled well at least.
So you would get the feeling that this guy knows a lot more than he's talking about, but he's not necessarily. He doesn't necessarily feel like he can trust you guys to tell you, if that makes sense, because he knows of like the long history, that his order has, with you guys and everybody killing one another and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Someone may need to persuade him.
oh, there
Let's
you go.
pull out the branding irons.
What? Hey, Torka, maybe
Yes.
you can
Hey,
talk.
yeah, so
well,
I'm gonna take the angle that we are enemies of Shaldor, that we're maybe not lifelong enemies, but we are long-time enemies of Shaldor, and if he's done you harm, then we could avenge you with the information that you have.
Give me a persuasion check, Cole. Oh, good lord. You rolled a 3 and you still got the check. Because you have literally a plus 17
That is
to your
that is
persuasion
one
check.
thing I'm good at.
So he kind of calms down a little bit because he knows how formidable your group is. And so when you guys say, "Oh, hey, listen, if there's danger around here, if there's a problem, I'll solve it," right?
Yep.
So he takes a deep breath to try to calm himself a little bit, and he says, "The the dragon that is not a dragon. He's a demon, Shaldor. He arrived here making demands, saying he wanted an audience with General Vemerov, and had come with an opportunity for General Vemerov and her lover, Lord Roville, to serve him directly, and that the offer would also apply to all of her troops. Well, some of our order agreed very quickly to serve this Shaldor. Others, however, saw this as an abomination, and we started to wonder, what has our order become? We used to have a purpose. We used to be fighting for something that we thought was a good cause, but now throwing in with demons, it didn't make sense to us. So those of us that chose not to join with this Shaldor and receive his gifts, as he put it, we were slain with foul demon magic. I hid. As far as I know, I'm the only one that survived. I've been here at least a day and a half, maybe.
So Shaldor and Vimerov, they left.
I no, I don't believe that the general and Lord Roville. I don't believe they left, but they did come to terms with Shaldor, who imbued them with greater power. At least that's what I had heard before the killing had started.
Is gonna stride in.
Excuse me
What's
while
that
I whip
ichor
this
on?
out.
Yep. What's that ichor on your sword? What is that filth?
It's wyvern poison. And as he says this, Torka, you're familiar with the fact that the Order Esoterica coats their weapons with wyvern poison. You have felt it before.
Yes. Torka's gonna tell him, if you have any hope of us trusting you, you'll clean your sword. And Torka's gonna kind of move over here, not trying to uh, just kind of like being aloof and maybe looking around the corner or whatever.
Give me an intimidation check. Sounds like you're trying to be intimidating.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's super effective. This guy pulls out a kind of a cleaning cloth and what looks like he takes the water from his water skin from his flask and starts coating it with the rag and starts wiping off the poison.
Torka watches him do that and he says, I don't trust you yet, but at least I'll listen.
So, is the general still here, or did she leave?
Once again, for the second time,
sorry.
I do not believe that the general has left. I believe her and both her and Lord Roville are still here somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly, but we didn't see
Gotcha.
them leave.
I apologize. My headset was cracking out for a bit, so I missed that part. Okay.
Do you plan on avenging your situation, or do you plan on being a bystander?
As far as I know, I'm the only one of my order left that isn't serving some sort of foul demon. I'm done. If you'll let me leave, I'll just return to my family's farm and help with the harvest.
Or maybe you should fight with us and redeem your soul.
Make a persuasion check, Torka. The DC on this one's going to be kind of high because he knows he's not in the same level as y'all and knows he's probably knowing
no,
what he
I'm totally
knows
good with that.
of the general. He knows that that's probably a death
I would
sentence
just think
for him.
that Torka would offer him a a way to
Yeah,
like.
he doesn't seem too swayed by your argument. Listen, I'm no hero. If I join you and go up against the general, she and her lover will strike me down before they even kill you.
Well,
Well,
Let me ask one more question. How many soldiers do you think are left that joined up with Shaldor?
I don't know, maybe a dozen or more. They set out here
Okay.
for the south about a day and a half ago, right before
So
the
we
killing.
killed-
Right before the killing began.
Got about 12 of them that we defend ourselves against, Torka. I think it was about a dozen.
at least
Yeah.
Cole would tell
Um,
you it was 2 dozen.
Oh, yes. And okay. I hand the man 10 gold and say, make way to your family's farm and do good in this world.
And he stands up and he starts to walk off. What were you gonna say, Loomis?
well, did he say they went south? He was going to ask him. Which way did you say they went?
Yes, they were.
Yeah, he went south.
Headed to the
They were the
south.
ones that we.
He
they were
literally
the
points in
ones
the
that
direction on the map of like where you guys killed the other guys, who also numbered about a dozen or so.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
All right.
that's my
Dozen
subtle
and
way of
still
saying you've already killed the guys that were here before.
All right. Let's go on in, guys.
And he leaves.
As Torka walks past Soren, he puts his arm on Soren's shoulder and said, "You saved that man's life." And Torka walks on.
And before I go any further, I check these two bodies for any loose change.
You find between the two bodies, you find 12 silver. You get the
There we
feeling
go.
that as you stop to continually loot bodies, you're probably going to find less and less coinage. Something, just some sort
One
of
copper
sign
is
from
better
the
than
universe
nothing for Soren Lawrence.
is telling you that.
Uh-huh.
Something's telling me that. Ah. So then I will check. No, I won't.
Well, Loomis would like to check. He's getting jealous. He wants to check this one.
So this one has 3 gold pieces on it, Loomis.
All right.
Damn, that's better than what I had. All right. All right.
Torka knows that Soren tithes 50% of everything that he pilfers to the church. So
This
Torka
is
doesn't
Soren
mind.
Lawrenson. Have y'all met?
Exactly. I think.
How about this one over
think-
here?
So if you search that one for gold, you find 2 gold on that guy.
All right.
Diminishing returns.
Yeah, diminishing.
Hey! That's still
Still
gold.
returns.
Let's see.
right.
Okay.
Torka, you were gonna pickaxe us in here.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna open the
Torka's
door.
Torka is watching the guy walking down. I guess he would think down the road from the steps, and Torka's still disappointed that he didn't want to repent and join us.
Well, it's almost like
So,
this is your story, and so the glory should really belong to the player characters and not
well, sure.
NPCs.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Meat shield.
Yeah.
Torque almost was gonna take you down, but
Loomis
anyway.
was Loomis was wondering what he was gonna tell his family he's been doing. But
Yeah, right.
you know,
All right, so Torka will bust this door down.
Well, maybe Loomis
He's
should have
gonna
asked him
kind of.
before he left. All right. So, Torque, as you go to bust the door down, you kind of lower your elbow a little bit, put your weight behind it, and you find that the door is unbarred. It's not locked at all. It was closed, but it wasn't barred.
So I do just the goofball thing and kind of roll into about here and
You roll in and you crash into a wyvern statue,
Mm.
and you take 3 points of damage to your shoulder. As you enter into this room, you see that there are 3 more bodies.
Damn.
Quit searching the bodies and let's clear this castle, guys.
Okay, no, it's fine.
We've been here before.
should we stick
You
together
want to go
or split
up?
up?
That's where she was last time. So why not?
Follow you.
Loomis, you go ahead. And we'll open the door.
Hang on. Loomis, you're in the dining room on the first floor. If you guys wanting to go into... First of all, let's bring Torka up there, because Torka's not with you.
Torque is still licking his wounds.
Yeah, my shoulder.
This is
I'm here.
Torka, I'm going to move you because I'm trying to drag and kind of copy all of y'all at once, and you being right next to that body wasn't working for me. All right,
Okay.
give me a second. All right, you're at the top of those stairs now.
Right. I was gonna stick my head up around here and take a peek in. Just up in here.
All right. Give me a perception check. You don't see anything as you look into this room this is the room where you fought the general the last time. So as you peer inside, you don't actually see anything and you don't actually hear anything.
Even with the 14.
Oh, that's right. You've got foresight, don't you? You hear what sounds like weight shifting on wooden floors.
Okay.
But not like anything, definitely stepping or moving.
I look back and whisper, "Guys, I hear some sort of moving sound."
All right.
And I'm like, "Come this way."
Soren just walks through the wall.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the door.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, Soren Kool-Aid man's his way in. Cole, what are you doing?
It would be yellow Kool-Aid.
Yellow Kool-Aid.
Cole, what are you doing?
Sorry. Just looking around. I'll be right. I gotta step out. I'll be right there.
Hey, you guys.
Okay.
I feel like this is a good opportunity to pause the game for a few moments. Loomis, stop moving.
Okay.
As we'll wait
Okay.
for Jonathan to get back. I'm going to go grab a banana real quick.
Whoa.
Whoa,
No,
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
literally going... No, stop. Get your head out of the gutter. You filthy animals. I'll be right back. Remember that you are live.
I remembered.
I'm just saying while I'm gone, getting a snack, please keep it PG.
You're a snack.
God almighty.
I'm back. Sorry, I got interrupted. Made it back for break time.
Taking a quick break so that Trey could get a snack.
Gag.
I guess I'll pee.
Ah. Well, I got between my ex and
Oh, can't hear you.
Rocco.
I'm back. From grabbing the banana.
You were breaking up earlier, Chris.
Oh,
You couldn't-
sorry. Am I still breaking up?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, between my yeah. Well. But between my ex.
Now you're breaking up.
Alrighty,
my
I'm back.
daughter off
Literally,
the
as I was getting up to go get my snack, I hear Jonathan through the headphones. Oh, hey, I'm back.
Sorry. Yeah, made it back for break time. Sorry about that. I got interrupted.
Chris Head's headphones won't let him talk crap.
Oh no.
Like they work fine until he talks crap, and then they break up.
I'm back.
Okay,
Sorry.
if
I
we're
think I got it better.
we can hear that. Okay. If we're searching
okay.
things in the room, Cole is going to
We're
search
not doing
this.
anything right now. I'm eating a banana.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. We're still on break. Gotcha.
Yep. We're on break. We don't have a Loomis. Chris is
Oh.
I'm here.
intermittently talking crap.
There we go. Yeah. So, anyways, we got my kid off to Morocco, so she'll be gone for a month, and so
Wow.
Sounds exciting.
it is, and I'm really glad that she was really close to not going because of losing Foxy. It was just so traumatizing, and finishing up the semester was so crazy. And I was like, oh no, you really need to go. I'm sure things are gonna get better, and of course they did. And like I said, that's where my ex really, kind of came in clutch, by not being an ass. And so,
You know the coolest thing about Morocco?
what's that?
Rhymes with taco.
I thought you were gonna say, that cartoon character Morocco.
Morocco mole.
Morocco Mole, exactly.
I was thinking hash. Hashish. Morocco's big on hash.
As
Hash and I think opium.
Hash is pretty cool, I hear.
I have not
All
heard
right.
of an opium trade in Morocco, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So I am done with my snack. We will get back to what we were doing. All right, Cole, you finally decided to jump in and do something. What were you going to do?
That's right. I am searching furniture around the room, starting with this couch set over here.
Are you checking for coins? That's what Soren would do.
No, I'm checking for clues.
Caps of teeth.
Give me a
Sure,
investigation check.
Okay.
Hang on, my cat's in the way here. All right. With an 18, you find absolutely nothing.
Okay.
You do find a pipe sitting in an ashtray that appears to have been recently smoked. The bowl is still warm as you grip it in your palm.
I did find something.
I found
Torka would
something.
like to do
Okay.
something when it is
Alright.
Torka's turn.
And it is a
I will-
very thick and rich smelling tobacco. And by rich, I mean like it's the kind of tobacco that you would buy if money wasn't an object for you.
Okay.
Like us.
All right, so Cole, stop there. Torka, what were you saying?
Torka would like to move over to around here.
Okay.
Because he knows that's the last time he was here, there was a portal that was open there.
Okay.
And Torka wants to go over there and kind of use his divine sense and see if. Like, he's kind of thinking we're late to the party. Like, maybe some of them left soon. Or recently. I shouldn't say soon.
Okay.
So he's going to mark off a divine sense and he's going to, like, put his hand on the wall, on the floor, kind of make a big deal about it. See if he can sense anything.
You don't sense the presence of anything celestial, fiendish, undead. You kind of get the same sense that you got outside, that there is like residual demonic crap happening around here, but not anything present. Like, you don't get the feeling that there's any demons present, but there is that ever-present sense of demon taint.
So I will convey that to the party, and just, I think they were here, but I don't sense them anymore. I think I think they're recently gone.
I will cast see invisibility, or see
Okay.
invisible.
Okay. I believe
Alright.
that is a concentration spell.
Might be. Let me double check that. It is not. I don't think it. Yeah, I don't see concentration on there. So no, it's not concentration. Okay, so I will keep an eye out to see if I see anything invisible.
Yeah, it just lasts for an hour. Okay. Let me
Yeah.
take that concentration marker off of you. And we will put a little ninja symbol on you. So, yeah, you don't see anything in here. Chris, give me a perception check from where you are.
All right. One perception check. One failed perception check coming right up. Let's see. Oh, wow. I did well.
All right, with a 15, you hear the sound of what sounds like, again, weight shifting on wooden floors. That kind of creaking type noise. It's coming from this direction.
I'll put my fingers to my lips, and then with one hand and point my point over in this direction for everybody.
Okay.
Torka's contemplating going back outside.
Do we have any idea of what Soren, like, he didn't tell us he was casting that or anything?
No, I didn't. I didn't say anything about see invincibility.
You guys are
Sorry.
just kind of like moving around now, doing your own thing, not really talking to one another, and just sort of like probably trying to do some kind of inaudible symbols
No,
that none of you recognize.
We call it
Yes.
mamby-pamby.
SWAT team hand signals, yeah, just like
Yeah.
we practice, but we all have different signals, We all have our own vocabulary that nobody understands.
Holding eyes and come on.
Yeah, we're not
Nodding
we're not
heads.
we're not the X-Men. We're more like the banana splits. So
Right.
All right,
Speaking of
we've got 25 minutes left
Cole,
to play tonight. So
yeah,
okay,
Cole is kind of pushing Soren into the room, nudging
I
him like
I
a three.
open the door and look in and prepare to
so
cast a spell.
immediately when you step into the room, you do see a figure, a tall, thin man in rich robes that you realize only you can see.
Ah,
And
gotcha.
as you open the door, he uses magic and hurls an attack from his fingertips.
All right. And
20, I think, hits you.
okay. I will roll. I'll cast shield. Sorry.
Okay. All right. He will. He gets 4 attacks every time that he tries to attack. So he will do this 3 more times. Oh wait, that was melee. That wasn't ranged. 25. 25 with a shield. Your AC now would be 24, so that would
Yep.
hit. And then
Yep.
let's see, the second or the third one, pardon me, misses, and the fourth one also misses. So the second attack hits you. You take 26 points of force damage.
Okay. Do I have any kind of half damage or something like that because I'm with Torka?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why would you have half damage because you're with Torka?
I don't know. I
Um,
didn't know if he paladin stuff.
That's so he gives off an aura that can help you with saving throws. This wasn't a saving throw. This was an attack roll. Torque can't
Yeah.
help you
Yeah.
with that.
Courage too. You can't get scared around me.
Ah,
But
good.
yeah,
And with that, we are going into initiative.
-7. 7. Okay. And click my token.
Now, I will
Initiative.
amend Lord Roville's. I just wanted to get him on the map because he did initiate combat. He did start combat as soon as Chris had walked into the door. So
Sorry.
he will have gone already. So we'll put him at the start of initiative. And next,
Hello?
no, I'm
yeah.
looking at the
We
turn
can hear you.
order.
So how close is? Oh yeah. So, Christopher actually would have a resistance to damage from spells if he is within 30 feet of me.
This was not a spell. This
Okay,
is
fair.
all right. So what? This is a stat block from the 2024 rulebook monster manual. So what they did later in D&D was a lot of the stuff that like bad spellcasters could do was tied into what spells they could cast, which meant it was like save or suck, which is what it is for players. And so they decided that was suboptimal. So what they started giving a lot of spellcasters was the ability to do attacks that were, spell-like, but not actual spells. So when he's using that arcane burst, it's like him releasing, torrents of arcane energy, kind of like the Emperor throwing out lightning in Star Wars. But it is not a magical. It is a magical attack, but it is not a spell attack.
As long as everyone
Mario's
understands
fireballs.
that I ward them from spells, but if it's not a spell, then it's not a spell.
Yeah. All right. So Lord Roville will have already gone on this round. So next up is Loomis. Loomis,
Okay,
you
I
would have
can-
definitely seen several spell attacks aimed at Soren's direction, one of which hit him, coming
Okay, and
from
I can
inside
move
the room.
through. I can move through my friends, right?
You can, in fact, move through your friends.
Then 10, 20, and then 30.
You do not see anyone in that room.
Really?
Yep, this guy's invisible. The only person that could see him was Chris Head because Chris Head cast see invisibility on himself.
Okay. I look around and I see nothing at all.
Correct.
Can I blindly? Would I know that? I know something's in here. Can I blindly swing my axe?
You can,
Try
and
to hit something?
now technically you would have advantage on it because of foresight, but since this guy is invisible, you also have
Mhm.
disadvantage. They cancel one another out, so you would just make the attack at normal.
Okay. Just gonna take 3 swings in the room.
So a 21 does hit him.
Okay.
Hang on, let's see.
Nice.
Hang on, wait a minute. No, hang on. He's going to use his bonus, or no, use his protective magic. So they switched stuff like shield, that like spellcasters can cast. For the new NPCs in the 2024 rules, those have become reactions and bonus actions and things like that. So he will cast shield using his reaction. That increases his armor class, and so that would stop your great axe attack from hitting him.
Okay. Then I'll go again.
So 25 would hit him. All right, 7 points of damage.
And then one more.
You do see a little blood spray hit the wall.
Okay.
All right, so
That should-
don't you have a thing for like if you roll 18 or 19?
Yes.
What is it?
Improve critical. I think it's 19 to 20 though. I don't think it's 18. Improve critical.
20 is-
It's at the bottom. Yeah, superior critical if I roll 18, 19, or 20.
All right, so you hear a pained as you slice outward with your axe again at an unseen opponent. Go ahead and roll your damage, and then roll another 1d12. So another 17 points of damage total.
Okay. And then I yell out to everybody. He's invisible. I can't see him, but I hit him. He's here. Right in front of me.
All right.
And that'll end my turn.
All right. Next
He or
up,
she.
Or it.
Just kidding.
Whatever it is. It's
next
here.
up is an old friend.
Winky Dinky.
So these attacks, or this first attack, will be. Actually, no. This is all 3 of her attacks would be at advantage because you won't be able to see her.
We don't see her.
You don't see her. Soren, however, does see her. But with advantage, she makes 3 weapon attacks at you, Torka. She's looking for 22. Miss, hit, and a hit. So 2 hits. You take a total of 21, 29, 31 points of damage as you feel something long and sharp piercing into your shell from behind.
Ooh.
31.
Bolstered with magical force. Yes, 31 points of damage total.
And I feel it from this way.
From you feel it from like this direction.
Okay.
All right, and let me see. She can't. No, not on this turn. But she can still move. Let's see. Hmm.
Is somebody talking to me?
No.
Okay,
Fuck
gotcha.
you.
You got
So
quiet.
Torka, you
Yes.
hear footsteps run past you this way.
I don't see it.
Oh, I was on the GM layer. You hear footsteps run past you this way. You
Okay.
hear that, no one else. But Soren, you can definitely see General Vemerov moving up behind you.
Mm. So she's right behind me, huh? I'm assuming she's right here.
She's off in this direction. You see her right here. You do. No one else sees her.
Gotcha.
And this is all um happening at the end of Loomis's turn.
No. So at the end of Loomis's turn, it became her turn in the initiative. But since she is currently invisible, and really I made this guy visible so Chris Head could see him, but I don't know. I like the idea of keeping her invisible for now.
No, totally
Keeping her on the
cool.
GM layer.
So
So I think
if I
we're
heard
gonna
her
just do
running
that.
by, I guess my point was, if I heard her running by, would I be able to just like swing out at her?
You can. It will be a disadvantage.
Okay, I would like to do that. Let me put it on disadvantage. Disadvantage. Vicious war pick.
All right.
20.
Disadvantage. 20 does not hit her.
Had to try.
Yeah.
It's a good swing.
So we're at the start of Soren's turn now. Soren, I will give
Yes.
you a freebie and have you roll an Arcana check at the start of your turn.
Okay. One Arcana check. Coming right up. As soon as I get to that layer. Arcana, there we go. Oops, no, that's athletics. There we
Wow.
go.
All right, with a 24, you get the feeling that Vemerov, the general, and her lover, Lord Roville, may have been employing potions
Mm. Gotcha.
to achieve some of the magic they're enjoying right now. All right, what would you like to
Gotcha.
do?
I will. I'm going to enhance my casting of Finger of Death, and I'm going to cast it at. I cast it at Lord Roville.
All right.
Let's see. I gotta get right there and disintegrate.
I thought you said Finger of Death.
Oh, sorry, Finger of Death. Sorry, wrong one. Finger of Death. There we go. Finger of Death. Come on, there we are.
All right, DC 19 Constitution saving throw. He has advantage on saving throws
Yep.
against spells and other magical effects.
So it will be regular because I was making it where he had disadvantage.
Okay, so he will do this as normal then. con save. And he makes it.
Shoot. Okay.
So,
Well, he takes
I think
half
that's
damage.
half damage. So 27 points of damage.
All right, and then I will turn and point that the general is right here, just in front of me, right in front of the stairs. To Torka and Cole, and say, Loomis, can you take Roville out on your own? And
give it
that
a
will be my
try.
turn.
Sorry.
All right. So, next up, or at the end of Soren's turn, pardon me. Let's see. At the end of Soren's turn, the general uses a legendary action to do what is called stick and move, where she moves up and then she makes an attack. She will use her rapier and drive it into Soren Lorenzen. This will be advantage, or no, this will be at normal because Soren can see her.
Mhm.
She gets a 29. I think that does hit you.
Yes, it does.
You take 19 points of damage. And then she is able, per stick and move, to move back.
I'm going to uh, cast cast something on her. So
Oh, with
for
Warcaster?
yeah, with Forecaster. And I will I'll use Firebolt.
Okay.
Let's see.
I think I will too.
20 does not hit her.
Shoot. All right.
Cole, do you also have Warcaster?
I do.
Okay. Now, for you, Cole, this will be a disadvantage
Uh-huh.
because
Can
you cannot see her.
Can you cast any spell at them, or does it have to be
Well, okay, so
a combat spell?
let's actually read it to see what it says.
Okay, I could put it in.
No, it's okay. We'll find it up here in the hang on, in the compendium. So Warcaster when a hostile creature's movement provokes an opportunity attack from you, you can use your reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than making an opportunity attack. The spell must have a casting time of 1 action and must target only that creature.
Got it. Okay. Well, yeah, I will cast a destructive wave.
Okay.
Timing is too good.
All right. Con save. DC 19 con save. She makes it. Is that half damage?
Yes. Well, let me confirm. Yeah.
Is not knocked prone and takes half damage. So she takes 15 points of damage. As you do an Avenger's punch on the ground. And she does take a little bit of a hit. Next up is, or at the end of Cole's turn. Let's see here.
No, I haven't had my turn.
Or no,
That was her turn.
at the end of Soren's turn. Well, no, she already went at the end of Soren's turn. So yeah, it's Cole's turn. Torka, you're
Okay.
next. Be thinking about what you want to do, because we've only
Oh, you
got
bet.
5 minutes before we're wrapping up for tonight. No,
Okay.
I said Torka.
I'm with you.
But it's Cole's turn, though, right?
It is currently Cole's turn.
Okay, he's going to start by fairy fire. And he'll put, like, the corner of it, way bigger than fits in this room, but he'll put the corner of it right here between him and Torka. So basically, he wants to, light up the 9 squares
All right.
with fairy fire.
So that will be concentration.
Yep.
And she needs to make a DC 19 dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
She makes the saving throw. She is not affected.
Okay.
Did she have to make a concentration save when Cole hit her with the destructive wave?
Number one, that's meta. Number two, she does not.
Oh, gotcha.
Earlier, I explained to you why that was with your Arcana check, so that's up for you to follow up on and do the math on.
Gotcha.
All right.
I don't do the dirty meta by looking up shit. I'm sorry.
All right. So yeah, Cole casts fairy fire, trying to affect her, but yeah, it doesn't seem to take hold on her.
Damn.
Okay. I'll move back a couple of paces and whisper in Torka's ear. He's in here somewhere. I can't see, but I know you got this. I'm going to say that in a really inspiring way.
Put this on you.
Using.
We failed.
So I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to give Torka Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh, Torka likes that.
All right, so
That's a D12. You can use on almost anything, and then I'll end my turn.
At the end of your turn, General Vimarov is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She makes one attack at Torka with advantage. It will be a rapier attack.
Where's he at?
Torka's right here.
I see Torka. Where's General?
General
Invisible.
General Vimarov.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I got it.
25 hits you,
Yes.
I believe.
Yes, it does.
That is 8 piercing and 7 force, 15 points of damage total.
Got it.
And that will end.
Minus
That will
15.
end Cole's turn. Actually, wait a minute. Hang on. She may still be able to do something because she used a villain action. She can use her legendary action at the end of Cole's turn as well to make a rapier attack on Torka as well. So she will have advantage on that as she is invisible. That hits. Torka, you take another 17 points of damage.
Okay. Okay.
And that will end Cole's turn. Next up is Torka.
I'm thinking about a few things here. So we're ending on my turn.
Yeah, it's already 10 o'clock. This will be the last thing we do tonight.
And Torque would feel that I was attacked from here this time.
From the same direction that you were attacked earlier. You can absolutely try to reach out and attack. It's just going to be a disadvantage right now.
So I feel like a moonbeam would show her off.
Well, let's read what Moonbeam says.
Put it in the chat.
So, it's a concentration spell. Silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40 foot high, centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, dim light fills that cylinder, that 5-foot cylinder area. When a creature enters or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. A shape changer makes its saving throw a disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light. So it doesn't say anything about being invisible.
Right. So, I mean, if we're ending tonight here, if you want to check it out, I just feel like I could toss a moonbeam out and at least light her up.
I mean, you could hit her with it and force her to make a saving throw if you find the right space where she is. If you put it on the right space, number one. But it's not going to cause her to not be invisible. Does that make sense?
It does, but it seems like if she comes in with 10 feet of me, you would be. She'd be engulfed in ghostly flames.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And
I mean,
Engulfed
I
in
just
ghostly
see it. I read it as she may or may not take damage, but if she gets within a 5-foot radius of me,
5 foot. Okay,
or
so
of the moonbeam,
5-foot
she's
radius of where you put it.
True. I feel like if she gets within that, she's engulfed in ghastly flames.
She's engulfed in flames, but it doesn't cancel her invisible ability or her invisible condition.
Okay, fair. So you're saying we could see her, but it wouldn't matter.
You're not going to see her. You'll see the flames maybe wrap around her once
fair.
she's in that area. But then, I mean, as soon as she moves out, she's not going to be on fire. It doesn't say
fair.
It lights them on fire.
Fair. I'm trying to game the system and light her up.
I know.
So I get it. If I get it, that's fair.
So what do you want to do?
All right. I guess we'll end the night on. Um, I guess I'm just gonna swing mindlessly where she's at. That
Okay.
doesn't sound very good. Um,
So long as she is within 5 feet of you, you could hit her. You'll just be attacking at disadvantage.
um, okay, wait. I want to do something else. Is there is there any kind of like this is a stately mansion? Is there a fireplace or anything?
There's a fireplace over here,
Okay.
and there's a fireplace over here.
And the last time I saw her, she was over here.
You haven't
Or
seen her.
felt her?
You haven't seen her at
I
all.
know,
though.
I know, I know.
The last
I know. She
time,
attacked me from this
no,
way.
wasn't. It was from around this way.
Okay. Torka is going to move to here.
Okay. Where?
And
Hang on. Okay, so you're moving over here. Okay. She will get to make an attack of opportunity.
he can.
She can, because you moved away
Okay.
from her. She will do
Okay.
so at advantage. She will use her rapier attack. 27 hits you, I think.
It does.
You take 17 points of damage.
Man, every time it's been 17. Literally.
She does a lot of damage.
Okay, and Torka is now gonna start feeding everything over here into the fire.
Okay,
The couch.
so these
The
are fire.
table?
These are fireplaces. They are not currently lit. Would you like to spend
Oh.
your action trying to light the fireplace?
Um, no, I don't know how that would even work. I'm sorry, I thought those were lit fireplaces.
All you asked me was where if there were fireplaces.
No, no,
not
that's
if-
true. I get that. Um, um, Torka's just gonna start beating the shit out of everything in this area. Just
Okay.
trashing the couches, the mantle. Torka's just gonna go berserk on this area.
Okay. So you spend your action just smashing everything around you.
Yes.
Bringing your, you make 2 attacks. So we'll say, what do you want to? What do you want to destroy? The couch and this thing over here.
Whatever that desk is.
That's like a dresser.
Torka's getting ready to burn this house down.
Okay. All right. So Torka starts breaking stuff. Soren from the other room, and Loomis, you can hear the sound of what sounds like furniture breaking. And Torka, that's your action.
Is this a piano?
Let's see. Let me scroll. Let me zoom in on it real quick. It is in fact a piano.
Torka definitely wants to hit that.
So you've got two.
At some point.
You've got 2 attacks. You can bust up 2 pieces. Do you want to hit?
Piano and desk. They'll burn better.
This is a dresser.
Torka, well, fine. Torka's
Okay.
going berserk in here.
All right. Very good. All right. That'll end Torka's turn. At the end of Torka's turn, let's see. General Vimarov will move towards him. 5, 10, 15. Make her attack. with advantage. 27 hits. 18 points of damage. Hey, it wasn't 17 this time.
Yeah.
And then you hear her move back. Move back away
I
from
got
you.
an 18.
If you would like to attempt to try to hit her with a attack of opportunity, you can. It will be a disadvantage.
Well, I'll do it. Let me put myself on disadvantage.
Cole, you can't see him, but Torka's starting to look like a pinata.
13.
Sounds like a
13 does
crazy
not.
man in there.
13 misses.
13 does not hit her. All right, that will end Torka's turn. We are now at the start of round 2, and when we begin next time, we will start with Lord Roville.
All right.
All right, very good. So,
Okay.
another challenging encounter for you guys. And the whole point of that was me telling Chris Head or Soren, letting him roll to kind of figure it out, that they were using potions. They have definitely taken potions of greater invisibility. So, Soren, why would they want to take potions instead of using a spell?
So they can maintain their they don't have to worry about concentration
Yes.
when they get hit. Yep.
Maybe we could taunt him. I don't know. Throw a blanket over him.
Yep. Well,
I
yeah.
wish I
sure,
had a
sure.
can of Krylon white spray paint.
This
Maybe
will
get a.
this will be this will be something that Jonathan will hit me up later this week and be like, so can we technically cast Liam in Tiny Hut in here?
Are there any ashes in the fireplace? Maybe throw that on him.
I don't know. Loomis, when it's his turn after Lord Roville, he can leave that room and see. But either way, we will figure that out next week.
All right.
All right, y'all have a good night and good luck.
I
next
hope
week.
you have a good night.
I am
Yes, have a
gonna
good
be.
night.
I'll be in bed and asleep within 15 minutes.
All right.
All right, y'all have a good one. Say goodbye to everybody in chat.
Good night.
Bye, everybody in
Good night,
chat.
everybody in chat.